Right now, across the Persian Gulf, massive commercial oil tankers are sitting still at sea. Their engines are off, and their crews are stranded. The diplomatic off-ramp for this crisis was shut down in Islamabad. Over the course of a grueling 21 hours, American and Iranian leaders sat at the negotiating table, but the talks collapsed without a deal. In the immediate aftermath, President Donald Trump ordered the United States Navy to impose a strict blockade. The directive is to intercept any global vessel that pays the illegal toll of $2 million that Iran is trying to extort in exchange for safe passage. You can see the global market reaction in this chart. Brent crude oil prices jumped to $119 per barrel almost instantly as the market began pricing in the risk of a prolonged freeze. Looking at this global map, the vulnerability is obvious. The Strait of Hormuz is the single choke point through which roughly 20% of the world's total oil supply must pass. The International Maritime Organization has already warned that traditional naval escorts cannot guarantee safe passage there. That leaves the United States trying to enforce a blockade inside a highly volatile vacuum. To break the deadlock, the United States has sent in its guided missile destroyers. These are floating fortresses pushing aggressively into the hostile waters of the strait to reassert control. Iran's response is highly mobile and deeply decentralized. Fleets of armed fast boats, operated by the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, immediately began tracking the American warships. But the real threat is, for the most part, invisible. Iran has scattered unregulated magnetic and acoustic naval mines throughout the entire channel. Caught in strong underwater currents, these explosives are drifting for miles away from their original drop zones. To deal with that, the Navy is deploying knifefish unmanned underwater vehicles, autonomous underwater drones designed to detect and clear these deep-water minefields without putting human divers at risk. Every sonar pulse from these drones is a search for a hidden trigger before the unstable currents of the Gulf push a mine into the fleet's path. A single physical strike there could ignite a regional war. The American fleet is fighting inside a geographic prison. At its narrowest point, the Strait of Hormuz is only 21 miles wide. Large warships simply do not have enough room to maneuver or maintain a safe standoff distance from the shore. These destroyers rely on the Aegis combat system, a highly sophisticated network of radars and interceptors built to shoot down advanced supersonic fighter aircraft and ballistic missiles. Iran is answering that advanced technology with sheer volume. From concealed coastal bases, they can launch overwhelming swarms of cheap, low-tech suicide drones. This chart illustrates the military cost exchange dilemma. The United States is forced to fire an interceptor missile worth several $million to destroy a single drone that costs around $20,000 to produce. European and Asian allies looked at that exact mathematical reality and refused requests to send their own military fleets into the region. Iran is not trying to win a traditional naval battle. It is waging an economic war of attrition, betting on the fact that it can drain the American interceptor arsenal faster than the United States can replace it. With the strait effectively paralyzed, global logistics companies are abandoning the Middle East altogether. Hundreds of commercial ships are now rerouting around the southern tip of Africa. You can see the logistical nightmare on this map. Going around Hormuz adds 10 extra days of travel and nearly doubles fuel costs across global supply chains. And yet, while the rest of the world absorbs these enormous costs, there is one silent beneficiary, quietly profiting from the chaos: Russia. With energy markets in panic mode, Moscow is managing to bypass the price caps imposed by the West. They are offering their frozen northern sea route as the only reliable transit alternative, completely isolated from the conflict in the Middle East. While the United States spends billions trying to physically secure the Gulf, Russia is collecting massive transit fees and oil revenues by monopolizing the alternative route. The struggle for the Strait of Hormuz is testing the usefulness of the most advanced naval technology in the world. Military analysts suggest the United States may be facing its own modern Suez moment. That means coming to terms with the fact that overwhelming conventional naval power, worth billions of dollars, cannot guarantee control against cheap, asymmetric guerrilla tactics. If this blockade fails to reopen the waterway, it will suggest that even the most advanced fleet can be effectively neutralized by persistent, low-cost threats. For now, the most powerful navy ever built in history remains deadlocked by cheap drones and floating iron traps.